do this.
And scene.
And scene.
Hey, I'm Katie Stardust, and I'm a freaking queer romantic, asexual, glitter baby. I'm disabled, deaf with a lowercase d, pixie fangirl.
And I'm Miss E, a Cameroonian American feminist, and we're so excited to be doing this video blog for our capstone class. We're students at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, and we love making videos. So
we love life.
This is what we're going to do.
Life.
Deal with it. So we just want to let you know that the goal of this blog is to have honest, funny, and positive conversations about asexuality and its definitions, manifestations, and intersections.
Now, it's important to remember here that we're just two people. We are not the world. We do not speak for everybody, and we do not want to present ourselves as experts of any kind. We try to make sure we stay informed on things, but of course, all of the words that we're saying are coming filtered through our mouths, and so we are going to encourage anybody to give us feedback, give us constructive criticism, ask questions, be an important part of this dialogue with us.
So we just wanted to start this is going to be the first video of many, and we just wanted to start this video as a semi-introduction. For the rest of the series, we're going to be talking about asexuality and the mass media, specifically looking at the Big Bang Theory, and as well as some magazines that we've seen that we want to critique a little bit, just a little bit, and also talking about the lovely Dr. Joy Davidson and her views on asexuality. We're also going to talk about asexuality and the internet and how the two have risen in its visibility, and the internet has played a huge role in how asexuality has started to enter mainstream conversations on sexuality. So we're gonna look a little bit at AVEN and a
few blog sites as well.
A few blogs as well, and in that also talking about intersectionality and look at how asexuality and gender sort of collide and interact, and as well as asexuality and disability. So at the end, we will have a personal interview with our very own Katie Stardust, and I will be conducting it. So we'll get to hear from her and a little bit about her identity as an asexual, as well as all the other fabulous things that she mentioned in her introduction. And so that'll be a nice little treat to the end of what will be an amazing video series. So, with that said, let's begin.
Okay, so we're going to go over a few just brief introductory kind of definition things to get this started, so things kind of like everybody's on the same page for things. But I do want to mention that the thing about definitions and language in general is that it's very subjective and very fluid, so the definitions we're coming up with don't necessarily pertain to everyone, and they can change, so that's okay. Also, the first definition we're going to come up with is just the term asexuality in general, and we're going to use the AVEN website, which is Asexuality, Visibility, and Education Network. We're going to use their definition, but I would like to say that we would like our blog to steer a little bit clear, somewhat, from AVEN, just because it's nice to have multiple discourses on a similar topic, and everything seems to stem from AVEN. So we're going to give you that definition, but we would like to open the forum for other things. Okay. Basically, the most simply put definition that AVEN gives you is that an asexual person is someone who does not feel sexual attraction. Point blank. Of course, this raises questions about what it means to be sexual attraction in the first place. What even is sexual?
Right.
Which is odd.
And it feels too simplistic, and I'm sure that's intentional on AVEN's part, but we're going to complicate it a little bit. So, to be clear, and this is something that a lot of people in the asexual community have to explain, asexuality and celibacy are two different things. Where celibacy, the decision not to have sex, is a choice, asexuality is an identity. It's intrinsic to who asexuals are. And
they can go hand in hand.
They can,
I mean,
that
makes sense.
They can go hand in hand.
But not necessarily.
But not necessarily.
Because it's important to remember that behavior and identity and orientation, your feelings, don't necessarily co-align whatsoever with regards to any identity concept.
Right. So we just wanted to start out with that distinction and definition, although, as you will see, And as we all know, everything overlaps and everything intersects. So the point is that there's no like simple answer. There's no one answer to any of this. And we're just giving a few that are out there. So let's keep that in mind as well.
It's also important to remember that those who identify as asexual and the asexual community in general are a rather diverse group of people. And so what that means is that like you can have basically any other identity concept come into play as well. So like there's romantic feelings and sexual feelings and platonic friendship kind of feelings, and all three of those can be very distinct, or they can kind of intersect. And the borderlines between all three of them depend completely on the different person. So some people will think certain things are sexual, and another person will be like, oh, that's not sexual whatsoever. And so these borderlines kind of differ, and you can have different identities regarding this. Like I explained earlier in the beginning, I identify as queer romantic asexual. So that also includes other people could identify as gay romantic, straight romantic, some people are aromantic, etc., etc.
Yeah, I think the point with all of this is that asexuality and its definitions are hugely dependent on the person. If we wanted to talk about definitions of asexuality, we could do this for, I don't
years.
know, a day. Oh, okay.
Years.
We could get in some places we wanted to give some really basic roadmaps to like think about, but at the same time, like we're not going to get into everything. So ends part 1 of our video series. Up next, we're going to be talking about asexuality and mass media. This is Miss E.
This is Katie Stardust.
And we're signing off.
Cha-cha.
Till next time.